Hello friends. You're probably getting sick of me saying that, huh? Or tired of hearing me talk. I get tired of talking too much. Obviously I can't speak tonight. But anyhow, I thought I've showed you a little bit more how to just a recap on the flowers. I'll show you another flower punch, which is the second that I have. And it actually happens to be a pansy, or I don't know, but it kind of looks like a pansy. This one is definitely larger than this, so that's the only reason. Well, that's not the only reason, but that's one of the reasons why I don't use it as much. And the other one is this one, and you'll see that. So I have to think about it every time I can't even see what I'm punching. Number one, it's very bulky, and look, it takes a lot out of me just to do some punching. But this one's actually make better roses. I use this punch to make my roses, my distress roses. So these ones are really good for that. But not for these pansies. For these pansies, I still root for this, for the Stampin' Up! Die that I've had forever. And actually, that was not my first one. I had the first one and never knew what happened to it. And I happened to come across another one, a used one, and I didn't care, so I bought it. Alright, so again, once you have your flowers cut out, you can separate them or start working on them as they are. I do both, either way, it doesn't matter, but you have to separate them anyways to glue them together. But I do all my distressing on them before, as you can tell. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit more. So I distress them really well. So breaking down the fibers really is what you want, so they can be more moldable. Right there. And this one is going to be kind of a mixed pansy. So here goes nothing. So I thought I'd show you just a little recap of, how I finagle these things. So just put a little bit, and I do use my hot glue for this because, well, if it comes out, I need to have things done right away, and that's just me. Not that that should be the case, but. And this one I'm going to make it just a tiny bit smaller than the other ones. So I'm going to alternate colors on this one. Right there. And the purple one. If you notice, I didn't cut this one. There was I wanted to make it that way. Have you seen the some pansies have really curl, and they have, you can almost say that they're double petals, but and then you see other ones that are really simple, like one petal, single ones. And so I'm trying to simulate what nature has done. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, it's because I did add the glue, the hot glue on it, so I know that it's very thick in there, and I won't be able just to punch it through. Let me just get this glue out of the way here before I put it somewhere that it shouldn't be. Just going to give it just in the middle, so I'm able to. I found last night that my skewer worked better, and that's the other reason why I wanted to show you. I'm using the long ones, the long skewers, and I put it from behind and put it right there, and just kind of tighten it up. See, I just kind of wiggle it so it's tight. You don't want to put too much, because remember, you have to dip it into the glue, and that's what we're going to do that first. So for this, seeing that I don't have a lot of glue in here, it's just a little bit and it's kind of burning, I'm just going to put it in and kind of press it so I can kind of scoop it all around it. And I know I got enough, on all sizes there. So, alright, so now comes what I wanted to talk to you about, that I found out that it was way better. Okay, so now right away I'm going to start working on this, and look at that. Oh my goodness, I dropped it. Well, I didn't count on that, but, and I don't want to touch it because I know that's hot. Okay, so here we go. Well, it's still a little hot, and it came apart, but that's okay because it can always be fixed. Well, this video is just going to go to pots, isn't it? But it doesn't matter. What I was trying to show you, without, you know, before this thing broke on me, but, you know, we're starting to use it. Where's the flower? This is what happens when you do the bigger spin. Look how pretty and three-dimensional. I did not open them. They opened on its own as I was doing this curly thing in there. I just have to have better hold on them. But look at this. They're still, you know, so a little better. And right now, what I'm going to do is just clean it up. So give me just a second. Okay. Okay, let me fix this, friends. I'll be right back. Alright, so that, yeah, I don't know what happened there, okay? You can tell I don't rehearse anything. It is live. Anyhow, I fixed it, and it's a little baby pansy. So that's the way it's going to, that one stay, because I think that one is possessed. So let's keep on with our flower. We'll do one more demonstration. Hopefully this one, this flower will cooperate with me. How about that? For a change, huh? Alright, so let's put some glue and start. And it, you know, I've never, I wasn't using hot glue before. That could be a reason. I was using my tape, but I think with the heat, it could be, you just come in, it will separate, I think. So that's what I'm thinking is that it's coming on, and I just dropped my my heat gun. All right, one more petal. I think my heat gun just about had it. It is not working for me anymore. It doesn't want to release anymore, so. Okay, so let's try this for the second time and see if it works. Okay, so here it is. I'm gonna try to flatten it down to see if I can just put it in the, and it could be that, you know, I just don't have enough glue in here. I know you can't see what I'm doing, and I'll be right there, but that could be, you know, one conclusion. Don't know. So let's see. It could be that the hot glue was just being melted with the heat of the UT. I don't know. All right, let's try this again. Let me see if this is gonna go. I'm gonna just tighten it right there. Okay, see, this one worked really good. I know you can hardly see in there, but let me see. You see that? I'm trying not to hit the edges, but it got really separated. It separated the petals, and it kind of, oh, I think it messed up the flower too. Alright, well, this video is going to be a redo. Okay, my friends, we have come to the finale of this long project. I hope it wasn't boring for you guys, and I hope I managed to bring something to you guys. This project really was, we'll fix it as we go, we'll create it as we go. I didn't have a set image in my head, I don't always have that, but you know, I guess a lot of times an idea just sparks and I kind of know where I'm going to go. I didn't with this one. I said, well, let's see how I work under pressure. No, I wasn't really pressure at all. I really appreciated it and I liked it, and I'm very happy with the end result. You know, there were certain steps that I would have to go back and redo it, or you'll figure it out once you watch the video a couple of times that you know, there's some steps that perhaps you could have avoided, maybe. But sometimes that's just the only way to learn. So I do want to thank you for your attention during this time and wonderful comments and everything. So let's get to the finale of this canvas. So I go ahead and display in the whole thing. So I haven't had everything set or glued onto. A lot of things are already, but then I wanna do some things in front of you, and at the same time kind of explain where I've been with all this. I know I need to glue this one, and we'll talk about, you know, where am I putting all these little tiles. And then we are going to emboss a little, well, it's not little, but it's a big butterfly. Not embossed, but I covered it with UT, or the ultra thick embossing. But I also did some stamping on it, okay? And I'll show you what they look like before I stamp on them. And this is the bonus. You will be getting this. I will put them on my Facebook account, my fan page account for Heart of a Gypsy. So it's 4 images. And they go, I believe, like this. So you get them in one 8.5 by 11, and you can cut them and either stamp them or just UT them or whatever you want to do with them. But this is the image. So this one, it's this. I know it's kind of hard to believe, right? But it is. And just get any stamps that are little, or they have small things, or not. They could just be scripts like this one, for instance. This is a very nice one. Details like that go a long way. I know I have this stamp somewhere. I couldn't find it as I was looking for it. It's just a face, and it's a square, and the 2 eyes, you know, kind of are looking at you. And then I have another one. This is merci, and then I have this is an eye, and this is, I think, a little ivy or a little bird in there. But what I'm trying to explain to you is that, you know, since I am trying to follow my steampunk theme, I wanted to incorporate this, and this is very, very easy. You stamp, cut the butterfly shape, you stamp it, and really collage it. You don't have to be very careful at all. Just collage it, and after that, just UT it. That's pretty much it. I haven't done the crackling on this because I haven't put it on the freezer. It needs to be so cold and hard that it's brittle, and that's when it starts, you know, crackling. Right now it's kind of soft, so I'm not going to do it, but I am going to crack it around, and then I'm going to put some non-alcohol inks in this case. In this case we will use the Tim Holtz the distress inks, you know, the dabbers. That's what we're going to use for that, to make it older. Okay, so going back to finishing this canvas, I had embossed a lot of the gears. You've seen those already. One of the biggest ones that I've had, which obviously is this size, is from Tim Holtz. I cut it in chipboard, just plain chipboard. I did not, I didn't emboss it, or I didn't paint it. I didn't cover it with anything except with a UT, because I did like that the effect that it gives you with just the UT. It's kind of a grungy color. I don't want to move everything, so I don't want to make him fall, but that's, can you see that right there? It's kind of a nice brown. It's a grungy, yes, grungy brown, distress, old, worn look. And obviously I covered it with UT, and then I put it in the corner, and then I put this flower right over it. I can't remember what this flower is. I'm sure somebody will remind me of that, but it's a Cosmo. I think it's a Cosmo, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so here goes nothing. I did glue this tile, the vintage bicycle, and then I put a little gear in the middle. Maybe I can zoom in. I'm trying to keep everything within frame so you guys don't miss anything. Okay, so a little gear there. And then my other big one that I make sure I wanted to use this one, even though I created so many cute ones, but I really fell in love with this one. So I glued it to this side right next to the bricks, and then before I did that, I glued two medium, do I have a medium one out here? Well, just the medium Tim Holtz. Oh, this is one of these. That's the medium. Two of them kind of off center of each other. So they part of the gear would be on the bottom of both of them. So it creates kind of this little canal here. Now on top of this two tiles, I put the medium gear, which I covered it the same way I did this big one, with just the UT, nothing else. And I really like that look. Let me see if I can bring that in. And then I use one of those little tiles that has some wording in there, and I really like that look. So there's the other one. And I created, there is a little, without disturbing, there's a little little canal in here, or a little, I don't know, what do you want to call it, a hall passing thing. So I'm going to put, I'm thinking of a nice feather that kind of flows out. So I'm thinking of that, not sure completely yet. I also used a mask with gears that really, it really is just for spraying, not for texturing paste, because it just moved everywhere. But that mistake was actually really good, because it kind of gave me the little bit of the wheel there, and it kind of went everywhere, like when you see in some old walls when people do the bricks and they're falling apart or they didn't do it correctly, and it looks kind of organic that way. So I really liked it. I just went over with gold dabber from Tim Holtz, the new Distress Stained Gold Dabber. And then afterwards, I retouched the bricks a little bit as they were showing through, and it came out like if it was, you know, something that it was really on a wall. So I thought that was a very organic look, and I appreciated that. So up to there, we're glued. So now I'm thinking of putting these two little tiles in here. These are keys. So maybe I should do them. They almost look like aliens. Look at that. Oops, I can't get the frame in there. But anyway, they're little keys. So I think I'm going to just put them here, and I'm going to put them sideways. I don't want to cover that this pretty stucco, you know, work. I like the way it turned out. So okay, this is the word Paris. Yes, so I am going to probably do that here. And I'm, like I said, I'm just being very random as to where I put them, and that's okay. It's not bothering me whatsoever. And I know I wanted this one up here. This one is the one that has the no, this is the one that has the Eiffel Tower. This one also has the word Paris, and it has I don't know, like a mail stamp or something like that. So I think it's going to go up there. And I think I did say in one of my previous videos that I didn't want to use my glue gun with this, but, well, I changed my mind, like, as you've already seen me do many times during this video and in the ones to come. But just because I did some different things that I thought it was okay for me, or I felt good about it, okay? Alright, we have... I am not so sure yet where I'm putting this butterfly. I thought of here, but I also kind of like it here. I wanted Miss Gladys to be kind of engulfed in all this weirdness, because this kind of represents of who I am. What do you guys think? I like that look myself. So begin. How about if we do it this way? Because I like this little flower here. Oops, this is kind of there. I want this flower to kind of stay, you know, where it's at. I didn't want it to be disturbed. Although this is really not about the flower, but whatever. How about it like that? And we said that this one was going here. Flowers, we have it in a good arrangement there. These are glued. And then we have this extra here in the corner that I do like it that, but I think I am going to go a little higher here and then trim it like that, like it was, you know, part of the corner. So I think I'm doing that. And maybe perhaps putting one of the pansies on it. I also thought of putting a pansy around here, but not so sure yet. So, well, I am going to go ahead and finish since you've seen everything that I've done. I think I've explained everything that I've you know, done during this process. I don't think I have anything else new. I'm going to take a bunch of photos and put them up in the video for you guys, and that's going to be the end of it. So thank you so much for supporting me and staying around and watching my videos. They're probably boring many times, but oh well. Thanks so much, okay? Merci, au revoir.